Yeah. I think the surf world's going in a better direction.
I think it's already in a better place.
It's already in a better place. Clark Foam just had a stranglehold on foam production, and they pretty much, from what I understood, pushed everyone else out of the market and controlled it.
It's kind of all we've really ever known, really.
It's all we've known.
Yeah.
So now it's like we just open the floodgates to like, what can we ride?
Yeah.
You know, and you got to take your hat off. You know, it's made people think outside the box and explore all these different options as far as epoxy,
molded boards.
Yeah,
Firewire.
I'm not necessarily a fan of going to China and riding those things, but they're going to be part of our world. Mm-hmm. They already are. There are a lot of people riding them. You know, now you've got stringers moving in all different places. I just got a couple boards with no stringers.
Mm-hmm.
Like crazy. I mean, just playing with flex and all these different things. It's like, why didn't that ever happen before?
I agree.
I mean, why, since Clark just would give you a blank with a stringer down the middle, you just went, oh, cool, yeah, right on.
That's what it is. So true.
You know, it took him shutting it down to say like, oh, wow, let's try something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Did you ever get boards with foam that you, like, have you had boards that you did not like since Clark Foam?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. There's definitely some experimentation going on.
Yeah.
I just rode a board that was made out of a biofoam that was completely, it's like 98% made out from corn, you know? It's like non-petroleum, and it's glass with bioresin.
Wow.
You know?
You are a hippie.
Yeah, dude, totally peace.
Yeah.
The thing, you know, it's still in just trial and error. And it's too soft, and
It's too soft.
Yeah. Yeah, it was too soft. It broke. And, you know, it's...
No way.
Yeah. It's interesting, though. I mean, the board was like 98% recyclable.
Wow.
You know, like...
Huh.
Pretty cool. Like I'm excited about it, and I'm just like, okay, back to the drawing board here.
Do you think before all this stuff happened with the foam, do you think that would have been something you would have jumped onto so eagerly?
It's just gotten. I mean, with the world going, you know, I mean, going greener, and everyone, it's cool, man. You got a green shirt on. You're on the boat.
I wore this because I'm Irish.
Right. But, you know, I mean, it's just everyone wants to do their part. And surfboards are disgusting, you know?
Yeah. I think it's interesting,
they're toxic.
Because with all this foam stuff is that I've had some really bad foam.
Oh, yeah,
and,
for
along
sure.
the way, and it's really opened my eyes to ride boards that I'm riding, I have in my car, you know, like every day, a complete variety of surfboards and foams, and
right.
I've had boards that I absolutely hated, and from certain companies, and I could just tell right away this isn't going to work. And I think some of the most interesting things is that for guys like us is that a lot of the foam companies make a board for production model board, because that's 80% or probably more than that, 90% of the boards that are being made from our sponsors. But at the end of it is not necessarily the stuff that you and I want to ride.
Yeah.
We want something that's a little bit soft and a little bit crisp.
Right.
And it's been interesting for me is weeding through all this stuff to find
a good foam for you.
A good foam, yeah. And it has meant going from, like a Clark foam to, another to an epoxy, to a Surf Tech, to a, Firewire, to whatever it is, put it on my feet. Let me see if I can get that feeling again.
Yeah.
And I definitely think we're in a much better place. And, even looking at Taj Burrows, won 2 events this year on a Firewire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that right there is pretty much revolutionary. And, he deserves a lot of credit, because that was a huge career move for him to try something like that.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. You just look at the market now. And when you walk into a shop, like all the different varieties of what you can buy, from a pop-out to a Firewire to epoxy to stringers, different places. I mean, there's so much stuff happening, and there's so much variety for the consumer that, and not just with foam, I mean, with design.
Yeah.
From probably 10 years ago, you didn't see that many single fins and fishes, and you know.
Now they're everywhere in the shop.
It's great. Yeah. I think it's great that people are out there expanding their mind, and surfing is just all these different avenues have opened up. It's like, here you go. It's like, how many different ways can you ride a wave, and how many different feelings can you get? That's what it was about for me. It was like when I didn't have to ride a thruster every day, I was like, I want to know what that guy felt in 1973 on a single fin, you know? Like, let's feel it. Like,
yeah,
I want to figure it out, you know?
Yeah, and it's great nowadays, too, is I think also for the common sort of guy that just wants to walk into a shop, it's, you know, and wants to get that feeling of riding and going fast and enjoying the ocean and waves. He gets that opportunity, or she gets that opportunity to ride a board that actually works in those conditions.
Yeah.
For so long, it was thruster, certain, you know, it's like,
totally.
And you watch this guy that's 220 pounds trying to ride a 6.0 that's 17 inches wide.
Right.
You know, and it's like, dude, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and so now they have an option to ride, you know, all these different boards. And yeah, I think surfing's in the best place it's ever been.
It'll be fun. It's just going to get better, and we get to go surfing more and have more fun. So, hallelujah. Thanks, Clark.